and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Oh, no, this game is not over. In fact, we're just getting started right now on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our winning Wednesday, and I missed y'all yesterday. In fact, there was a lot of breaking news that I was not a part of because I had to take care of some of my other what I do full-time business. And I want y'all to keep the Morris and Colvin family in your prayers. Morris and Colvin family in your prayers. I know there are a lot of people we need to be praying for. Eddie Van Halen passed, Nash passed, great, what do I call him? Keith Country and Western singer. It just keeps going. 2020 just keeps going. 2020 just keeps going. More positive tests with the Tennessee Titans. I don't know if they'll ever play again this year. I really don't. I think they got, 18 positive tests in-house right now. And they're not going to play until week 7, I think it is, against Pittsburgh. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to celebrate or anything like that. This is one of those things that we saw coming. We saw coming. There is no control of this coronavirus. It's in the White House. I'm not trying to, everything's political. I'm not trying to make it political. It is in the White House. The president of the United States, whether he wants to announce himself as immune to it or whatever, has coronavirus. 18 members of his cabinet and group, have coronavirus. So football is not immune. Basketball is not immune, but they've probably done the best job. Them in hockey have done the best job of putting their players in the best possible scenario to start, play, and finish their season with as few incidents as possible. Not without incidents, but as few as possible. Football is finding out the hard way that you gotta take this thing seriously. You gotta isolate your players as much as possible in a bubble type scenario, or this kind of stuff will happen. I'm not admonishing them. I'm just stating facts. I'm just stating the facts. So that's what we're looking at with the Tennessee Titans. College football, I don't even know if they're telling the truth. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know if they're even telling the truth. They're just on a whole nother level. Dabo Swinney, Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher, your boy up there, Scott Frost up there in Nebraska, they're on a whole something else. I don't even know if what they're doing is strictly about football. I don't know. So, my sincere thoughts and prayers are with the kids, the young men and young ladies that support those organizations. I'm thinking about the Ashton Washingtons out there. I'm thinking about the your girl Z out there. I'm thinking about Raven Rogers. I'm thinking about them. I'm not thinking about these head coaches making millions of dollars. Let me use other folks' words on the people that they actually need to be used on. I'm not worried about the coaches making millions and millions of dollars off of the labors of these student athletes and what they're talking about. I'm not worried about them. They're going to say what they need to say to be able to play so that they can get paid. Oh, we care about these kids. Yeah, you do, to a point. Long as there's enough numbers in front of that decimal point, you care a lot. Scott Frost, if they don't play, God, they're going to go back to the worst situations in the world. They lived through those situations to get to you. They'll be all right without you, Savior. They'll be all right without you. What did M'Baku say to the guy when they were trying to save T'Challa? He said, if you say another word, I'll feed you to my children. You said, say another word, I will feed you to my kids. And then he chuckled and said, we're vegetarians. That was hilarious. I still say the hero of Black Panther may Chadwick Boseman rest in power. But the hero in the movie Black Panther was M'Baku. It wasn't T'Challa. Certainly wasn't Killmonger. It wasn't T'Challa's little sister. It wasn't the Queen Mother. It was M'Baku. M'Baku said, "Who?" Although I loved my girl. What was her name? Okoye. Oh. Anybody that could knock Sanaa Lathan off the top of my all-time favorite female actress list, Okoye is it. Is it. I loved her look. I loved her power. I loved her role. She was committed. That level of loyalty. Oh, man. Hey, listen. I know I got to do a commercial, but listen. I'm telling you, where are my commercials? Hold on, let me do a commercial, and I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all new 92.3 FM. Y'all got me thinking about Okoye. All right, we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all new 92.3 FM.
KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
I'm Gary Bledsoe, Texas NAACP president. In my lifetime, we have worked and sacrificed to make real progress.
That's right, Gary. I'm Claude Cummings, Vice President of the Communication Workers of America. Our community is under attack again.
Our jobs are being exported. The court system has largely turned its back on us, and people need to realize, Claude, is the last election amounts to a true revolution, where all those gains in civil rights and human progress are actually being targeted.
I know powers in Washington won't deny health care to working people who have pre-existing conditions, eliminate environmental protections for minority communities. It even encourages racism.
We thought those days were gone.
Dr. King said the time is always right to do what is right.
Let's do what's right. Let's vote and get your family and friends to vote, too. If you don't, you should not be surprised to see drastic changes in your world.
Vote early or on election day.
Political advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, in the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian to Me show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wrong.
If you're trying to
Have you
call
been
me, I left
diagnosed
my
with
phone out
cancer?
in the car.
Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
I'm Ben Tankard, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Just said on open mic, didn't realize my mic was on. I mean, I missed a couple of days, and I forget how to run the board and everything. Left my phone out in the car, so if you're trying to text me, 832-403-5005, I can't get your text right now. I am phoneless. I guess I'll play a long song and go out and find my phone out in the car. I was trying to run in here and get in here on time and get this one going. Happy birthday to Aria. She's a Beagle. She lives in Boston. Her mama's on the phone. Her mama's on the online. El Michelle's her mom. Aria had a birthday. My children's dog, Ace, had a birthday yesterday. They bought him a cake. Everybody in the house had a piece of cake, including Ace. Now, Ace is not I know I shouldn't say this. I'm probably going to get in trouble with you got Child Protective Services. What is it? Doggy Protective Services? Ace is bad. Ace is a little dog. Ace thinks he's a big dog. So Ace does big dog stuff, but he's a little dog. When I say I don't like Ace, it's not like personal. I like big dogs. I like Great Danes. I like, Mastiffs. I like big dogs. I like Greyhounds. I like big dogs. Ace ain't a big dog. So, my kids wanted something to eat. I picked up something for them to eat. I let them pick. So, although I eat healthy, I let them eat what they want. I'm dropping off the food to them, and they're like, Daddy, come eat with us. Okay, I eat with them. Ace, the little dog who thinks he's a big dog, jumps up off the ground and snatches food out of my daughter's hand. And she wasn't trying to give him food. She was standing there talking to me, and Ace jumps up and snatches the food out of her hand. I'm mad. I don't want Ace to get no birthday cake. I don't want to say happy birthday to Ace. I'm mad at Ace. I want Ace to have to go outside and be outside. Outside. Ace is an inside little dog that thinks he's a big dog, and he jumps up and he takes food that I bought with my hard-earned lunch break, keeping up with the Joneses, challenges. He snatches that food out of my daughter's hand. And now I want Ace to have to go outside and just live in the elements. If whatever's there back there in the backyard, you got to just live with it. Is that wrong? Do I need doggy sensitivity training? Help me out. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I need assistance. It's the dog's birthday, and I should have acknowledged it. They, made me buy the dog a cake, but I didn't want the dog to have any cake. He snatched food out of my daughter's hand. 281-453-1000. Help me out. 281-453-1000 or pop it up on the on social media. Annette, Miss Betty, you know, where my Ferdinand, where y'all at? I mean, help me out. Am I being overly sensitive about the dog snatching food out of my daughter's hand? Am I supposed to love the dog that much that, oh, it's okay. Okay, Ace. I'm not going to tell you what I thought. I'm just saying. Like, if you're not a big dog, you got to just be a dog. You know what I mean? If you're not a big dog, you got to just be a dog. You can't be trying to run it when you're a little dog. You know what I mean? Just yapping. Big dogs are you know, regal. Keith Hennig said, hold on, man. This Facebook is tripping right now. Keith Book said, oh, no, outside. Timeout is where they need to be when they misbehave. Al High said, you had to get that belt. Let me tell you something. If I popped that dog in front of my kids, that's over. I'll be in daddy timeout. I can see, Daddy, you go to timeout. Yeah, there ain't no popping that dog out. That dog might as well be the president's dog because they know there's no correcting him. There's no raising your voice at him. There certainly ain't no popping. I need doggy parenting. How do you parent a dog? Garrick Jones, don't be laughing at me, man. I got problems over here. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Help me.
Well, AJ, he be outside for about 4 weeks.
About 4 weeks. Like, I mean, that's real punishment. You know, when you did bad stuff when you were a kid, your mom said you're grounded for a month.
He shouldn't jump and get the food, AJ.
Wait, what?
He should not jump up and get the food.
Right. And I'm not going to pay money to trade him. That's not my, you know what? Yeah, hey, you don't do bad. And then
on top of that, he's a little dog.
He's a little dog.
Getting food. He's not even a big bull mastiff snacking food. So his chest is big and he's a little dog. Yeah. He is way out of line.
Out of line.
Time out.
Yeah, see, I know I got two of the best right here giving me good doggy parenting advice. Is it too late for me to go to the house and put him outside? Will it not have the same effect if I do it today and he did it yesterday?
See, no, you got to stop him in their tracks. You got to, my grandmother always said, you got to stop him in his tracks. Stop it in his tracks. No matter when somebody comes for you, got to stop them in their tracks. Otherwise, they look at you stupid when you try to correct them afterwards. You know?
He'll know what it's all about today.
He'll do it again.
Yeah, if he does it again.
He'll do it again because he got away with it the first time. So he's going to come back for more.
Yeah.
Nah. When he does it again, then you get with him.
Okay. All right. I that's good sound advice. I feel like I've been educated by the best right there.
Take care, H.
All right. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Two good folks right there. So there you go. I got some wise counsel. Garrett Jones is laughing at me. Amy Boucher, Castro, Johnson, Jones, Aloysius says patience. No, patience. The dog needs to have patience with me. The dog, I don't need to have patience with the dog. The little dogs of the world need to have patience with me. I like big dogs. It's a little dog, and there. It's his problem. It's like me having patience with Bill O'Brien. I've been stuck with that dude for 7 seasons. I got no more patience. Oh, wait. I'm getting breaking news. Bill O'Brien's been fired. That's not funny. I'm just laughing at the fact that I'm calling it breaking news. Stephanie Vaughn says, hold on. Facebook is just straight tripping. Like, can y'all keep hold on. Every time I try to touch the tablet. Okay, Stephanie Vaughn says, when you buy your children food, you have to buy food for Ace. Stephanie, thou shalt not buy additional food for a dog comparable to the food. Wait a minute, let me say that right. Thou shalt not buy comparable food for a little dog that you buy for your children. That's like the 15th commandment. It's not in there. You can't do it. You can't. T Barnes said, hashtag Team Little Dog. Ace was wrong. That's right. I mean, we just got to call it what it is. Ace was wrong, and that's what it is. And Ace shouldn't have got birthday cake. And Ace should be outside right now just trying to figure it out. If you got to eat grubs and worms, bro, that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. That's just the way it goes, man. I'm sorry for Ace. Sorry for your little dog problems, but your problems ain't my problems. I'm just saying. All right, let me take a break here. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
5-year savings event. Upgrade your home today. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Plus, get 12 months with no interest, no money down, and no payments. Call now. Get 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Installation and warranty included. Renewal by Andersen takes every CDC recommended safety precaution to protect your family. For 25 years, people have trusted us for their window replacement needs, and you can too. Call now to learn about our buy 4, get the 5th one free window replacement offer.
800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. That's 800-245-1537.
Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid in full within 12 months. Other conditions apply. We've adjusted our operations to serve you safely following all CDC guidelines. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for details.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hi, this is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's Winning Wednesday. And I'm about to announce the winner of this week's lunch break, Keeping Up with the Joneses weekly pick'em challenge that we do every week on the show. That's the whole name right there. Got to have a long name. Somebody just called me and hung up. Call me back. When I put you on hold, that means I got you. I don't have I don't have my phone. I don't have a producer, an intern in here right now. In fact, the interns did a phenomenal job of pulling together the winners of the lunch break, Keeping Up with the Joneses challenge, and they've got the top 10. Big shout out to Garrick Jones. Garrick Jones, y'all thought Garrick was crazy when he put together a petition drive to become the next general manager of the Houston Texans. And a lot of folks said, the Texans will never get rid of Bill O'Brien as the head coach and the general manager. And but came Tuesday. When Monday, when owner Cal McNair said enough is enough. We're going to be firing and letting go of head coach and general manager Bill O'Brien after the 0-4 start. And by the way, the guy that they've got as the acting general manager was a chaplain. He was, he's been a coordinator of finding houses for people, on other sports leagues like the NBA and college football and all that other kind of stuff. The dude's front office skill is. By the way, he's the same old that we've had in there. The Texans need a guy like Garrick Jones. They need Garrick Jones. They need a guy who's done his homework. They need a guy who's done his legwork. They need a guy that knows the players. They need a guy who knows business. They need a guy who brings something more to the table than just the good old boy network. And that's what the Texans have been suffering from since the day they got here. They did. That's what they've been suffering from since they got here. Let's see. Oh, man. I don't know what's up with my tablet, my device. Cornetta Rubin. He has little dog syndrome. Cornetta, he got to get over that. He's got to get up. Like the whole little dog syndrome thing, I get it. It's like the Napoleonic complex, you little, so you feel like you got to be badder and tougher and firmer than everybody else. He gonna have to get over that because that don't work for me. And, you know, the back door to the house has a key. Like you got to unlock it. You can't just turn the knob. I own the key to the lock. He can't mess with me. I'm like MC Hammer. He can't touch this. He gonna be out there in that backyard trying to forage for food. I promise you. Is that bad? Can somebody, El Michelle, I need a commercial. For just 36 cents a day, you can send AJ to doggy parenting classes. AJ needs sensitivity classes with little dogs, and for 36 cents a day, you too can make sure that AJ gets sensitivity training towards little dogs. Help AJ out. It's the little dog syndrome on the lunch break. El, there it is. I just did it for you. If you can record it and get it out, we'll post it up and I can get some money together so I can go to little dog therapy. I need little dog therapy. I'm just crazy. It's just, the dog jumped up off the ground. Height I've never seen. The dog's got like a 48-inch vertical. The dog could slam dunk on Anthony Davis. Jumped up and snatched food out of her hand that I bought. No, player, you got me mixed up. You got me mixed. You and Bill O'Brien both bounce yourselves out of here. Bounce yourselves on out of here. Wherever Bill O'Brien going, Ace needs to go too. And El, I'm not saying that about Aria. I know she's well behaved. Aria is a superstar. Ace is a wannabe. Ace is a double. You know, a walk-on actor. That's what Ace is. Like, yeah, I was in the movie. Oh, really? What role did you play? I was a walk-on. What do you mean? Like I walked across the scene. Like you can't really see me, but I know that's my scene. Oh, okay. And you got an agent for that? Yeah, I'm about to blow up. Okay. Good luck with that. That's Ace. That's Ace. That's Ace. Elle says I'm laughing so I got some skills. I got some voiceover skills. I could do a thing or two. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to call into the Not So Christian in Me show and get some stuff off my chest. You know, just say some stuff. We're going to try and get Garrick Jones on the show. Garrick, what are you doing tomorrow? Join me on the show tomorrow, Garrick, and let's talk about what's going on with these Houston Texans and the changeover. All I know is this. A lot is starting to coming out now that didn't come out on that first day. A lot is starting to come out now. On the first day, it was all love and happiness. So, you know, on the first day, it was we thank, you know, Bill O'Brien for 7 seasons and 4 playoff appearances and AFC South championships. And Cal McNair was very diplomatic. And Cal McNair has been very diplomatic throughout the whole process. He said, we felt like we're going in the wrong direction, and we decided to make a change because there's still a lot of football left to play. Cal wants to go out and win games right now. Cal doesn't want to wait to win games later. And that's, you know, that was the day 1 news cycle. Day 2, some people not named Cal on the upper level, you know, the up on the executive level floor, they started releasing some information. Like Bill O'Brien has had several loud arguments with people in front of other employees and in front of the players. And I know that to be true myself because we were privy to the argument that he had with his special teams coach a couple of years ago. We were privy to the argument that he had with Brock Osweiler a couple of years ago, the argument that he had with George Godsey, former offensive coordinator, a couple of years ago, and several of the arguments that he and Rick Smith had with, well, better yet, that he had with Rick Smith, because I can honestly say I never heard Rick Smith raise his voice back at Bill O'Brien. And when we asked O'Brien about it, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And then somebody played the video or the audio, And then all of a sudden, wow, was that me? Wow, I really, did I act like that? Wow, I don't know what was going on, but it's fine. We're good. Me and that person are good. Well, you might be good, but it was unprofessional and you lied about it. And apparently more than that went on than we even knew. In fact, the inside source from the executive level went on to say that Bill O'Brien even dropped F-bombs on people that he was firing and told them to get out of the building. Now, I'm sorry. I have been in a position where I hired and fired. I'm in one now, but I'm talking about in a Fortune 500 company. I was the guy for our branch that did the hiring and the firing. I never once thought, wondered, hinted at the fact that it would be appropriate to cuss someone out, drop F-bombs, and tell them to get out of the building. And I don't care how bad I was at them. And for Bill O'Brien to do it, folks knew about it, and he still kept his job up until Monday. That's egregious. You want to talk about double standards? Let Bill O'Brien do it. It's no problem. What if Rick Smith had done that? Oh, baby, we would have heard about it immediately. We would have had breaking news on how unprofessional Rick Smith was to so-and-so and so-and-so when he cussed them out as he was firing them. It's wrong. It's a double standard. And Bill O'Brien was doing that for a minute. I remember when the video came out when Bill O'Brien was yelling up to a fan in the stands just because the fan said, well, I can't say what he said. He didn't curse, but he used the S word that rhymes with duck. And he said, hey, you're not good. And Bill O'Brien yells back at him, you're not good. You're not good. Come down here. And the fan yells to Bill, hey, you know I can't come down there. That part made me laugh, but the part that was a problem was that Bill O'Brien had no self-control whatsoever. A fan in the stands yells at you that you're not good, and you get into a multiple minute yelling spree with the fan about him not being good, and then you invite him to come down and do what? Fight you? That's who the general manager and head coach of the Houston Texans was. Oh, but AJ, he's a good man and he's well respected around the league. That's the new good old boy phrase for, he's one of us. He can do no wrong. And the fact that they were hinging everything on AFC South titles. What? This dude's cussing folks out. He's backstabbed several people. Rick Smith, Brian Gaine, several people. George Godsey, several people. Jadeveon Clowney, Dwayne Brown, DeAndre Hopkins. He's backstabbed several people. He's cussing folks out. He's lying about it. And he can do no better than the AFC South Championship. Yeah, he should have been gone. And I'm really concerned about Cal McNair's. Yeah, I ain't gonna like me saying this because Cal did finally step up and do the right thing. I'm concerned about Cal McNair's, evaluation of character and talent. I mean, what's really going on behind the scenes down there on Kirby? If this is the guy that you gave all the power to, I mean, the godson of Cal McNair's children is Rick Smith. And Cal McNair allowed, and I know it was, may he rest in peace, Bob McNair was alive then, but Bob McNair and Cal McNair allowed Rick Smith to be stabbed in the back and moved out of the way. So why should we trust that Cal McNair is going to evaluate better talent than this guy that he really just got rid of and overvalued. And I can tell you how we're off to the wrong start. He's still got Jack Easterby in the building. Jack Easterby, the guy that was a chaplain with the New England Patriots. Yeah, he's had some quote unquote front office experience, but never running an entire organization. And this is the guy that you've tabbed to bring in the next head coach and possibly the next general manager. I mean, if you need somebody to pray for you, you want Jack Easterby. But if you want somebody to evaluate the best talent available to coach your team up, get every one of your players the maximum that you can get out of them, and oh yeah, by the way, to get you past the AFC South Championship into an AFC Championship game and into a Super Bowl, I don't know if Jack Easterby's got it in him to do it. He seems like a further extension of the problem. I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, I'm going to tell you what the other problem is with the Houston Texans. And I'm not saying it to pile on. I'm just calling it out. I wasn't here yesterday, didn't get a chance to do it then, so give me a minute, all right? All right, we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break. If you need to get in, you can't text me. You got to call 832-403. No, I'm sorry, you can't do that. You got to call 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or you can hit it up on social media, Facebook or YouTube. I think we're Facebook and YouTube today. All right, we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
I'm Gary Bledsoe, Texas NAACP president. In my lifetime, we have worked and sacrificed to make real progress.
That's right, Gary. I'm Claude Cummings, Vice President of the Communication Workers of America. Our community is under attack again.
Our jobs are being exported. The court system has largely turned its back on us, and people need to realize, Claude, is the last election amounts to a true revolution, where all those gains in civil rights and human progress are actually being targeted.
I know powers in Washington won't deny health care to working people who have pre-existing conditions, eliminate environmental protections for minority communities. It even encourages racism.
We thought those days were gone.
Dr. King said the time is always right to do what is right.
Let's do what's right. Let's vote and get your family and friends to vote, too. If you don't, you should not be surprised to see drastic changes in your world.
Vote early or on election day.
Political advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America.
You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
I'm going to tell you how you can get real health insurance for as little as $6 a day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free guaranteed health insurance quote starting at just $6 a day. Call now.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for by GoHealth.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Winning Wednesday, and we're talking about, I don't know what this is. This is killing me. Every time I touch the screen to like one of y'all's posts or something like that, the screen goes down. I don't get it. I don't get it. Facebook that ain't me. That's a Facebook thing. That's a Facebook thing. Hey, CJ, and there it goes again. It just did it again. So get on my nerves today, Facebook. Facebook, be best. Be best. Facebook, you're acting like a little dog today. Not a big dog, a little dog. And little dog syndrome as well is real. All right, so I said before the break, when I came back, I was going to tell you what else was wrong with the Houston Texans. So Jack Easterby, granted, you can't fire everybody. You cannot fire everybody. And I guess I kind of get Cal McNair had to choose between one or the other. You know, right now, probably nobody else knows the books and the negotiations and the moves and the cap and all that more than Jack Easterby right now. I'm surprised you don't have some assistant in there, which goes to show how Bill O'Brien just tried to control everything. If Bill O'Brien has minimized the number of people that know what's going on in there to him and Jack Easterby, that's the problem. Like, where's your assistant GM? Where's your associate GM? Where's the person that actually does the work and gives the numbers to the GM? Any one of those people could theoretically be moved into that spot so that you can get a relatively fresh start and move on. If Cal McNair comes back with Jack Easterby next year, and Texan fans, I don't care who they bring in, it's probably going to be more of the same. You cannot have the same stuff in there and expect it to be different. You just can't. Now, if Jack Easterby was a double agent and he was plotting against Bill O'Brien the whole time, you know, that Bill thought he was an ally, that might be a little bit different, but I don't want to trust a dude like that anyway. I don't want to trust a dude like that. That's like that nonsense that went on up in Cleveland a couple of years ago when they fired Hugh Jackson and the offensive coordinator thought he was going to be the new head coach, and they fired his tail too. And then they put Greg Williams in there, and what was the guy who got in over his head, Freddie Kitchens. They all of that was a complete mess. If that's what's going on with the Houston Texans, you need to fire everybody, and bring in a Garrett Jones and get it done right, build it right. Because if Bill O'Brien had it where it was just him and Jack, they have no draft picks of value. They've got no cap space. They've got the highest payroll. Let that sink in for a second. The Houston Texans have a higher payroll than Kansas City, than Dallas, than New England, than Tampa Bay, than the Rams, than the Raiders. They got a higher payroll than any other team in the league. And they're 0-4. So that was, too, another reason why Cal McNair had to make that decision now. But whoever comes in is not going to have a whole lot to work with. That's one of the other problems with the Houston Texans. You got no cap space. You've got no draft picks. So everybody's saying Eric Bieniemy. Eric is going to have to come into a situation where he's got to pretty much look at the guys in the room and say, all right, I guess we got to figure out how to win with y'all. And I'm going to say what nobody else is going to say. The expectation for Eric Bieniemy to win now will not be the same expectation on somebody like a Matt Patricia, who after 3 years still hadn't had a winning record. If Eric Bieniemy comes in here with no cap space, no draft picks, and doesn't win with Deshaun, David Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb, Will Fuller, Kenny Stills, the tight ends, Fells, and looks like Jordan Akins is hurt. If he doesn't win with that group, he's going to be deemed overrated. See, I told you, Andy Reid was the guy calling those plays. Eric Bieniemy ain't it. But you let Matt Patricia go to Detroit following a head coach who had one losing record in 4 years, got your team to the playoffs 3 times in 4 years, and this dude has not had a winning record, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, give him more time. He's well respected around the league. He was the defensive coordinator for Bill O'Brien. It'll be a double standard, and it'll be a double standard quick. If Eric Bieniemy does not come to a team with no draft picks, no salary cap, and turn it around immediately. If I'm Eric, I'm looking at that. If I'm Eric Bieniemy, I am considering 2 jobs before I think I'm coming to Houston. Number 1 would be the Atlanta job. Number 2, and y'all won't think I'm crazy for saying this, would be the New York Jets job. And let me tell you why. The Jets' worst problem right now is their ownership. And I would definitely put a lot of weight on that, but they're probably going to have the number 1 pick in the upcoming draft, which means they'll get the kid out of Clemson. Worst case scenario, they'll get Justin Fields out of Ohio State. Either one of those is a quarterback that you can build around. They've got tons of cap space. So, weighing the pros and cons, 2 out of 3 things look better than the Houston job. Because whether you want to admit it or not, the ownership in Houston ain't great. I mean, this owner and ownership family has been overly conservative, has been overly benevolent to people that they should not have given the time of day. I know other people don't remember this, but I remember it. They chose Bill O'Brien over Lovie Smith. You talk about being highly respected around the league. Lovie Smith made it to the Super Bowl with a quarterback by the name of Rex Grossman. You mean to tell me you don't think Lovie Smith could have came in here to Houston and turned things around? I would have taken Lovie Smith in a heartbeat over Bill O'Brien. I would take Jim Caldwell over Bill O'Brien. But no. And here's the other thing that's wrong with the Texans' plan. You, Texan fans, sit down. Just have a seat. Have a seat. I got to say something real serious to you. Texan fans, I got to say something real serious to you. You're not going to like this, but I really love you, and I'm going to say this to you. You are not New England. You're not New England. I don't care how many coaches, players, assistant coaches, front office personnel that you get from New England. You are not, you will not, and will never be New England. Stop trying to emulate something that you're not. If you're not bringing in Bill Belichick himself, if you're not bringing in TB12 himself, then you're never going to reproduce what they've done in New England. They've got how many championships? Let me help you. You've got none. So the New England and Houston experiment is dead, and it should be dead. Stop trying to be something you'll never be. Jack Easterby's got to go. Bill O'Brien had to go. If there is a New England janitor in the building, give him a severance package and send him somewhere else. You got a better chance of duplicating what they did in Dallas to win 5 championships than you got to win 6 with New England, than what New England did to win 6. For Christ's sake, emulate what they're doing in Kansas City. Emulate what they're doing in San Francisco. You want to emulate somebody? Emulate Mike Tomlin. The dude has never had a losing record. The dude has been to 2 Super Bowls. The New England way in Houston has not even gotten them to an AFC championship game. Stop it. And that's why I said the ownership in Houston, it ain't all that great. So if I'm Eric Bieniemy, I already know I am going to be in a bidding war for my services. Don't take the first job that comes along. I don't care if Houston offers you first. I don't care if they offer you the most money. You got to look at it all. The ownership is suspect. You don't have any cap room. You don't have any draft picks. That's 0-3 to me. I know Texan fans don't want to hear that, but that's what Bill O'Brien did to you. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Bill O'Brien. And if you want to get mad at some ownership, call Cal McNair out on it. But don't get mad at me for telling you the truth about your team. I got stuff to do. Hang on. Let me get Sybil Wilkes lined up. Get Sybil Wilkes lined up. Sybil Wilkes about to give us the latest update with the coronavirus, and then we'll come back. I will finally get to the winner of this week's lunch break, Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge, right after this, and tell you who is sponsoring this week's prize. We'll be right back right after this. Here's Sybil Wilkes on the lunch break.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. The IRS is extending the October 15th deadline to register to get a stimulus check for those who have yet to receive one. The new deadline to register for an economic impact payment is November 21st. That is good news for millions of citizens who don't typically file a tax return and live on limited incomes. Yesterday, Donald Trump ordered a stop to negotiations with Democrats on an economic stimulus bill until after the election. The comments came just hours after the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell urged Congress to come through with more aid, saying that too little support would create unnecessary hardship for households and businesses. The CDC updated its coronavirus guidance to say that the virus can spread more than 6 feet through the air, especially in poorly ventilated or enclosed areas. Despite the updated information, officials say that this type of spread is uncommon. Please visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
My name is Devon McDonald from Jamaica, play with Indianapolis Colts, and you listen to the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Winning Wednesday, and, man, I tell you, it's a good thing I don't have my text messages. I'm sure they're blowing up right now. I am sure they are blowing up right now. Yep. I'm sure. I'm sorry. I can get a couple of text messages on my on the Cowboys. I can get a few text messages. So I think this is my boy Lee. Lee says, my Cowboys are hurting, bro. And I'm going to hit him with the I know, right? Yeah, Cowboy fans, y'all stay out of this one. Y'all sit this one out. Okay, so it looks like you can text me. So try it. 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005 here on the lunch break. All right, so y'all can text me. Big shout out to Deloitte Wheatley, my frat brother. I got your text message, bro. Definitely appreciate you checking in. All right, so let me get back to this situation with the Texans. The New England experiment has got to stop. The Texans have got to get away from this emulation of what's going on in Foxborough. There's no way you can duplicate. You've tried for 7 years to duplicate it. All you've got to show for it is 4 AFC South championships. I don't know if you caught on, but New England goes further than that. New England has been to AFC South championships. New England has been to Super Bowls, and New England has won 6 of them. So your version of the experiment ain't quite working. Like, you're missing some of the secret sauce. You know, whatever, like, anybody can come up with something that looks like Coke, but you can't duplicate Coke because there's certain things that you will never know what they put in it because it's patented. It's secret. There's some stuff that Bill O'Brien thought he saw while he was there in New England. Obviously, he didn't see everything because he couldn't duplicate it here. Jack Easterby's not going to be able to duplicate it here. I'm sorry. I mean, for Christ's sake, Mike Vrabel is probably going to go down as the most successful, former assistant for Bill Belichick, and even he has not been able to duplicate it there. All right, let me hit the top of the hour. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it?
Love you too,
Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. It's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud of you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
I know, that's just first hour on the books, second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and glad to be back. I was off yesterday. I was with a friend of mine whose father passed away. Got a chance to be a part of the homegoing service and the repast, the meal after the service. So, keep these families in prayer. I know there are other groups out there that, don't worry about this and don't worry about that. I don't care what it is. I mean, this is Cancer Awareness Month. I know it's normally Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but they're kind of melding in all the cancers this month, unlike before. Just because somebody else didn't die of a particular cancer doesn't mean it's not as potent on other people. So don't allow folks to minimize stuff for you. Coronavirus, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. You take it as serious as you need to take it. Just like voting. Folks want to tell you that, the whole voting process is corrupt and the mail-in ballots is corrupt and there's going to be this, there's going to be that. Nonsense. It's been working for 200 plus years. Get out and vote. You got between October 13th is when early voting starts. You got from October 13th through the 30th. And I can't wait. If I could vote today, I would go and vote right now. I'd sign off and go stand in line. However long I got to stand in line to vote, because not voting gives your vote to somebody else. Somebody else speaks for you when you don't vote. If you don't believe the process works, vote anyway, because just in case it does, and it does, you will at least be a part of the process. But when you don't vote, that literally is a vote for somebody else. And we cannot afford that this year. We can't afford that this year. And I'm just telling you now, I'm proud of what I saw up there in Ohio. I'm proud of what I saw in Indiana. They were standing in line, wrapped around the building to vote. And they stood there until they got into that polling area, cast their vote, and went on about their business. That's how serious this election is this time around. And it ain't just the president. I keep telling y'all, oh, what did Obama do for black people? Obama got elected. For those who voted for President Obama, you either helped him or you hurt him if you did not vote in the elections after the presidential election. Did you send the people to Congress that were going to help him bring about initiatives and things that were going to impact you? If you didn't vote in the midterm elections, if you didn't vote in the local elections, if you didn't vote in every election, then you didn't help your candidate. So don't blame him for what he didn't do. You've got to vote. No president can do it by themselves. And that's why I tell you, now more than anything, if you don't like what you see out of this president, then you got to make sure that the people that are empowering him are not in office past this next term. That's what you got to do. It's not just him, it's the people that are empowering him. And that's the part that's getting me. That's the part that's getting me. So vote. Vote every election. Vote every local election. Vote for your school board officials. Vote for your county judges. Vote for your county commissioners. Vote, 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 vote. October 13th. Good job, Ohio. Good job, Indiana. Good job, all the other places that are starting your early voting now. Good job. Get out there. Get out there. And don't listen to this nonsense about mail-in ballots being corrupt and about them being infused with voter fraud. That is a lie. That is a lie. And the people that are supporting that lie, and that includes Greg Abbott, that includes Betancourt, that includes every local state official that are trying to suppress the mail-in vote here in the state of Texas and in the city of Houston. It's a lie. And for them to put one place where you can drop off your mail-in vote for the entire Harris County by itself is as large as Rhode Island. Imagine driving across an entire state just to go to one place. That, my friends, is called voter suppression. So if they're afraid of your vote, cast it. That right there should tell you just how important and how much voting matters right there. The fact that they're trying so hard to stop you from doing it. If it didn't matter, then they would need to stop you from doing it. Am I right? If voting did not matter, if your vote didn't count, why are they fighting so hard to stop you from casting it? Let that sink in. You can be as woke as you want to be. You can be as deep as you want to be. But ask yourself this. Why are they trying so hard to stop me from casting a vote if my vote doesn't matter? All right, vote October 13th through the 30th, early voting. All right, so anyway, let me get back to, Facebook, y'all are killing me today. I cannot stand it. All right, so anyway, let me get back to the Houston Texans, and then I will announce the winner of the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. This is not the most attractive job out there. Again, I'd probably go Atlanta first. Atlanta's going to have a high draft pick. They can probably get Justin Fields. They can still get some mileage out of Matt Ryan. They still got Julio Jones. You know, you got who's my guy running back that was with the Rams. You got some players. You got Calvin Ridley. You got some players. If I'm serious, man. If I am Eric Bieniemy, I want to hear what Atlanta has to say first. I want to hear what the Jets have to say, and then I'll oh yeah, Houston, what's up? Bad ownership, or better yet, I'm not gonna call them bad, but questionable ownership. No cap space, no draft picks. Jacksonville may be coming up. You know, if I look around the league, there's several jobs that might be open. If I'm Eric Bieniemy, I'm going to pick the best of them. and I know some of my close friends don't want to hear this. The Philly job may be coming up too. The Philly job may be coming up if your boy don't get it together there. And I'm not saying that Eric Bieniemy can roll with Carson Wentz, but I know Eric Bieniemy can roll with Jalen Hurts. So there's some jobs that are going to be available. Chicago might be opening up if they don't, keep on the pace that they're on right now. There's some jobs that really may be opened up that, to me, provide a better opportunity than the Houston job. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all, AJ, you're just being a hater. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm just calling it like it is, especially if Cal McNair is going to make the new coach deal with the same nonsense of the New England experiment that we've been stuck with. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me get ready to do a quick update. We'll do that, and then we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
I'm Gary Bledsoe, Texas NAACP president. In my lifetime, we have worked and sacrificed to make real progress.
That's right, Gary. I'm Claude Cummings, Vice President of the Communication Workers of America. Our community is under attack again.
Our jobs are being exported. The court system has largely turned its back on us, and people need to realize, Claude, is the last election amounts to a true revolution, where all those gains in civil rights and human progress are actually being targeted.
I know powers in Washington want to deny health care to working people who have pre-existing conditions, eliminate environmental protections for minority communities. It even encourages racism.
We thought those days were gone.
Dr. King said the time is always right to do what is right.
Let's do what's right. Let's vote and get your family and friends to vote, too. If you don't, you should not be surprised to see drastic changes in your world.
Vote early or on election day.
Political advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Winning Wednesday, and we are just getting it in. I apologize for being off yesterday. Had to take care of some business. Glad to be back today. I just posted the question. If you don't think your vote counts, ask yourself this question. Why are they fighting so hard to suppress it? Hashtag vote. Yep. Hashtag vote. That's it. Got to get that out there. Let's see. Al High said that Doug Peterson is safe in Philly. They will win the East. We'll see. What 1, 2, and 1? I promise you, if they don't go above 500 and they don't win the East, he's fired. If they don't go above 500 and he doesn't win the East, he's fired. The ownership in Philly is different than that ownership down here in Houston. The ownership in Philly is a lot different than the ownership down here. So yeah, I don't believe that. I think Doug Peterson's got to get above 500, got to win the NFC East, and probably need to make a deep playoff run because they invested a lot of money in a quarterback right now that's looking like he ain't earning it. And that ownership's going to hold Peterson to that because, Peterson was the guy that wanted this young man. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's got as much time as folks think. I mean, you got to imagine. Look at Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien got fired in week 4 before the head coach of the Jets, before Doug Marrone, before Dan Quinn. So Bill O'Brien's seat was hot or hotter than we ever imagined. I mean, imagine how hot his seat had to be for Bill O'Brien to be the first person to get fired this year. That seat was hot. Like somewhere down the line, Cal McNair said, look, bro, gave him that old mafia godfather. I'll tell you like this. If it does not work, you know what that means, right? Okay, get out of here, you crazy guy. Get out of here. Go win some football games. That's all Cal said to him. You know if this doesn't work, you know what that means, right? You know what I'm going to have to do, right? And it's not personal. It's just business. Yeah, that's what Cal told him, like over some dinner. And Bill was sitting there with his eyes big, like, yeah, I understand. Yes, sir. All right, get out of here. Go win me some football games. Cal McNair said yesterday, he said, listen, we got a lot of football games left to play. I want to go win some. We got Jacksonville this week. Romeo Crennel is going to put Tim Kelly and Anthony Weaver, defense coordinator, in the best shot position for them to beat Jacksonville. I believe they're going to get their first win of the season. I think they're going to lose next week when they play Green Bay, or I think they play Tennessee next. But still, they'll beat Jacksonville. But Bill O'Brien's seat had to be hot for him to get fired before, the head coach of the Jets. That dude, come on. And Dan Quinn ain't won a game since a game won him. All right, speaking of winning, let me go ahead and announce the winner. It came down to a tiebreaker. I think it was a 3-way tiebreaker on that. Let me do the honorable mentions. There were 15 games this week. A lot of folks were 9-6 or better. I think we had one 8-7. Yeah, Trey was 8-7. T-Bone was 9-6. Larry G was 9-6. Boston was 9-6. George Griffin 9-6. Keisha Kelly was 9-6. Big Time Floyd. Big Time Floyd was 9-6. DB Cook was 9-6. So congratulations to the 9-6ers. Then we had a number of 10-5s. Danny W was 10-5. Phillip was 10-5. Chi-Town 10-5. Keith Hennick was 10-5. So good job for the 10-5ers. Then we had some 11-4s. Big Mike was 11-4. Milo was 11-4. Alexis was 11-4. Mad Dog or Merrick was 11-4. Jessica and Mark, man, they have been coming on strong. Jessica and Mark have been coming on strong. They were 11-4. Erica was 11-4. I was 11-4. No, I was 12-3. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I digress. So those were the 11-4s. Then we had 12-3s. 12-3s. Ferdinand was 12-3. Amber was 12-3. I was 12-3. And a young man by the name of Cash was 12-3. The winner was 12-3. Nobody was better than 12-3. So what does that mean? It came down to the tiebreaker. It came down to the tiebreaker. And let's see, the final score of the Monday night game between Green Bay and Atlanta was 30-16. 30-16. So, wait a minute, my interns didn't give me, they gave me the winner, but they didn't give me the breakdown. Okay, so let me do this real quick. Okay, so that's there. And then that's, yeah, that's way off. And then that right there. Wow. Wow. Okay. Interesting. All right, here we go. So the okay, I see what happened. I got it. All right, here we go. All right, so Ferdinand was 12-3, Amber was 12-3, Cash was 12-3. Cash, his final score was 17-14. So he was off by quite a bit. He was off by quite a bit. 17, that's 13, 14. So he was off by 15. Cash was off by 15. Amber was 12-3. Her final score was 35-31. Amber's final score was 35-31. So she was off by 5 and 15 by 20. Ferdinand had the final score of 34-28, 34-28. So he was off by 16. 15, 15, and 16. But guess who wins? Ferdinand got the win because Amber and Cash both had the Atlanta Falcons, and Ferdinand had Green Bay. Ferdinand had Green Bay. So Ferdinand, you are the winner by virtue of the tiebreaker, and you had the right team. So congratulations, Ferdinand. You just picked up $50 courtesy of CJN Decor and More and KTG Consultants. CJN, Chance Nichols, young man that we had on the show not too long ago, doing designs, interior designs for weddings and parties and special events where he can make your dreams come true. You can reach out to CJ at CJN Decor and More at 662-448-3506. That's 662-448-3506, or email him at cjndecor@gmail.com. That's cjndecor@gmail.com. And you can reach out to my girl, Karen Gibson, at KTG Consultants at yahoo.com. KTG Consultants at yahoo.com. Karen Gibson, man, she can consult you on your young person getting the services that they need for school, for tutoring, for more. And she can also help you figure out what you're doing with your life, business-wise, professionally, all of that. So again, reach out to both of them, CJN Decor and More and KTG Consultants. They are providing the $50 that Ferdinand picked up by virtue of the tiebreaker. Ferdinand picked the right team. The other two did not. So Amber, Cash, y'all were close, had the wrong team. So if you want to get into this week's lunch break, Keeping Up with the Joneses weekly challenge, you got to have your picks in by tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. Central. That's 7 Eastern, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. Got to have them in. AJ at KYOKsports.com. AJ@KYOKsports.com. That's my email. Or you can text them 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Give me all of your picks from Thursday night. Give me all of your Sunday picks. And then for the Monday night game, pick who you think's going to win and the final score. Not the total, but the final score. 35-12, 29-24, you name it. Go ahead and pick the final score and send that in, AJ@KYOKsports.com, or text them 832-403-5005. I'll let you know who will be giving out next week's prize, but this week was given up by CJN Decor and More and KTG Consultants at yahoo.com. KTG Consultants at yahoo.com. I appreciate y'all, man. Again, you lunch breakers just really made this whole campaign even better than it was before. And I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all just don't know. Y'all really have blessed us, all right? All right, so y'all stay right there. Stay right there. We'll be back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and again, we'll be right back right after this.
Now is a great time to replace your worn-out windows during the Renewal by Andersen 25-year savings event. Upgrade your home today. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Plus, get 12 months with no interest, no money down, and no payments. Call now. Get 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Installation and warranty included. Renewal by Andersen takes every CDC-recommended safety precaution to protect your family. For 25 years, people have trusted us for their window replacement needs, and you can too. Call now to learn about our buy 4, get the 5th one free window replacement offer.
800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. That's 800-245-1537.
Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid in full within 12 months. Other conditions apply. We've adjusted our operations to serve you safely following all CDC guidelines. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for details.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to The Lunch Break.
Man, I have been banging Lecrae. I have been, but when I go out to the car, I'm going to be right back on Lecrae. I found a nothing but Lecrae play mix and playlist. And let me tell you something, man. That dude can flow. That dude has skills to make, and it's all Christian. It's all positive, but he goes as hard as the best of them. He goes as hard. Whoever your favorite rapper is or hip hop artist is, they ain't got nothing on Lecrae. They ain't got nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. So yeah, man. Appreciate Lecrae. Definitely a friend of the station. And got a chance to meet him when he was at the Super Bowl gospel concert back for Super Bowl 51. They did a gospel concert at Lakewood, and got a chance to meet him, talk with him backstage and what have you. And it was great. I was on the red carpet, which I'll never do again, man. For the media people that cover the red carpet events, and you out there with your microphone and your interview thing, y'all are the champs. I can't do it. That was as hard as any sport I've ever played, trying to be on the red carpet and jockey for position and get your mic in there to get the interview with the artist and what have you. Man, I ain't cut out for it, man. Those folks that know how to do that, more power to you. But I appreciate Lecrae. I appreciate David and Tamala Mann. They made time for me. CeCe Winans made time for me during that. Brian Courtney Wilson, Major, they did. Now, there were a couple of other folks that didn't. I ain't going to call no names. I'm not going to call no names. But there were a couple of folks that weren't nice. And it's like, oh, okay, that's how you want to be. So that's why I say, man, that red carpet, it ain't for everybody. So I got to shout out to the El Michelles of the world and Amber Shaws and those folks, because they be out there in it. I can't do it. All right, so hold on. El Michelle said something before my screen went away. I met him when he first came out. Love Lecrae. Yeah, Lecrae is legit, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait to get back out into the car and bust him. El Michelle said, I would never do the red carpet. Only way I would do the red carpet again is if I was on the other side of the red carpet and they were trying to interview me. Because, man, it is brutal. It is brutal. You almost got to work out before you do the red carpet. Like, you got to go into training. You know, your reach got to be legit. You gotta be firm, because folks gonna be trying to move you around and stuff. And do not get off your spot. What I loved about the Super Bowl red carpet event, you had spots, so your name was down there, so you knew where KYOK was, you knew where KWWJ was. But I messed around and had to go do a live remote update on one of our stations. So I walked to the back so everybody wasn't in my ear while I was doing my update. I came back there and moved my stuff. It's like, well, you moved. And I'm not talking about the authorities. I'm talking about the people, the other red carpeters. I'm like, how you going to just move my spot? So then I tried to be polite and let the guy who moved my stuff stand there. And you got stars and celebrities going by, and they're not even asking them questions. I'm like, are you going to ask them a question? You go, oh, no, I'm not interested in getting it. Well, then move. You move my spot, move. So, yeah, I turned into a whole different guy. I got my spot back. And, yeah, man, I don't want to be that guy, so I'm not going to do no more red carpets. I say that and watch, I'll be on the red carpet for the Emmys or the Oscars or something. All right, El Michelle. Al High said Lecrae got a new album out. For real. What's he got out, man? Because I need it. I need to be on it. I gotta go download it. El Michelle said, I always end up with private access type stuff. That's what I love. Okay, El Michelle, you need to hook your boy up. I need that private access stuff you talking about. I don't need to be fighting for the interview. I need the private access stuff. So can you put my name on the list? I need to walk up to some spot and they say, oh, you're the guy that El Michelle was talking about. Yes, sir. Okay, come on back. That's what I need. So El Michelle, make it do what it do, baby. All right, real quick on the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. Let me give you the top 10 because the top 6 will compete for $500 at the end of the season. So every week, somebody will win $50, courtesy of one of our lunch breakers and their business. But then at the end of the season, the top 6 people will compete for $500. Right now, number 1 is Ferdinand. He's got 48 wins. Number 2 is Milo. He's got 46 wins. Number 3 is Big Mike. He's got 44 wins. Tied for 4th is Keith Hennick with 43. Mad Dog has 43. Alexis has 43. They're tied for 4. That's where it would cut off because the next would be Keisha Kelly at 8 with 41. Chi-Town at 8 with 41. Amber at 7 with 42. And then Keisha Kelly and Chi-Town with 41. And then at number 10 is Trey. He's got 39. So you still got a chance to get back in it. If you haven't gotten in it, you still got a chance to get back in it. So Al High, go ahead and send your picks in. Again, pick the Thursday night game and all of the Sunday games. And then for the Monday night game, pick who you think's going to win and then give me the final score, 29, 25, whatever you think the final exact score of the game will be. Send that in because that's the tiebreaker. And there's multiple things that we use in that final score and picking the right team to determine who the winner will be if it comes down to a tiebreaker. So send those in to me. You can email them, aj@kyoksports.com, aj@kyoksports.com, or you can text me, 832-403-5005. That's 403-500-5005. And get those into me by tomorrow, by Thursday, at 6 o'clock p.m. Central. So, Al, if you're in a different state, that doesn't matter. Just make sure you get them into me by 6 o'clock Central. Okay? All right. Let's see. Big Time Floyd shot a message over. Let me see what he's talking about. Big Time Floyd said, hello, AJ and the Breakers. Congrats to Ferdinand on winning the cash. Bill O'Brien finally got the axe, long overdue. However, Cal signed off on the deals, getting rid of Dwayne Brown, Jadeveon Clowney, DeAndre Hopkins. The tag team is solely responsible for the demise of the Texans. You know, Big Time Floyd, that's why I love you, bro, because you just tell it like it is. And that's why I'm saying the ownership here in Houston is suspect. So don't be telling me that, you know, this is the best job available. It's not. It's a good job. You know, it's not Cleveland. You know, it's not I was going to say it's not the Jets, but I mean, it's crazy when the Jets is a comparable job to the Texans. And right now, if you look at the three big things, ownership, cap space, and draft picks. Well, the Jets have bad ownership, great cap space, and they're going to have one of the top 2 or 3 picks in this coming draft. When Trevor Lawrence is available, when, you know, you got more stud wide receivers coming out of LSU, when you got Justin Fields available, you know, and all kinds of edge rushers and defensive players that can change the complexion of your team. So the Texans, in my opinion, are 0-3 in the big 3 category. The Jets are 1-3 in the big 3 category. And Atlanta is probably the best job that's going to become available at the end of the season. Unless there's a surprise opening in, like we were talking about, Philly or somewhere else like that. I don't even know if the Jacksonville job is as attractive as folks think. They don't have a franchise quarterback. I don't care what y'all say about Gardner Minshew. He ain't a franchise quarterback. Stop it. That's an insult to the Russell Wilsons and the Pat Mahomes and the Deshaun Watsons of the world to put Gardner Minshew in the same conversation with them. So I don't know if that Jacksonville job is in that top. You know, if I had to add Jacksonville to the Texans, Atlanta, Jets job, I would put Jacksonville maybe right with the Texans, but not beneath the Texans. I don't think I'd put them beneath the Texans. So it's going to be interesting. If I am Eric Bieniemy, man, hey, listen, I'm weighing my options. I'm not going to just take the first job available, and I'm not going to let the analysts of the world determine where I go. I mean, that's what I've been saying all along has been wrong with the brothers taking these jobs, that they, you know, typically have to take the worst job out there, and then folks expect them to turn it around overnight. The fact that they fired the head coach of Arizona after 1 year as if Arizona was about to be good. Like, hey, man, Arizona's going to be competing with, you know, with the Saints, with Green Bay, with the Patriots, you know, Seattle. They crazy. And Cliff Kingsbury didn't do that year 1, but guess what he got? More time. You don't give a brother more time in the NFL. You don't. So if I'm a brother, I'm going to take my time to pick the right job. Matt Patricia still has a job in Detroit. Let me pull up Matt Patricia's, bear with me. Let me pull up Matt Patricia's record in the NFL. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. What's his name? Matthew Patricia. Record. Here it is. Y'all ready? Matt Patricia's pro record in the NFL is 10 wins, 24 losses, and 1 tie. Matt Patricia's regular season record as a head coach in the NFL, 25 losses, Willie, and 1 tie. And this young man, I'm being nice. God knows I'm being nice, because I want to call him something else, had the nerve to come to a podium and blame the former coach who had one losing record in Detroit. Got them to the playoffs in Detroit. But you fired the dude in Arizona after 1 year, the brother. And Arizona after 1 year, like, oh man, he didn't turn the Cardinals around, so he got to go. Who do we need to replace the brother? Oh, Cliff Kingsbury, who did not win in college. If I'm Eric Bieniemy, I am minding my own business, and I'm going to pick who I want. If Detroit came open and Eric Bieniemy had a chance to go to Detroit, man, I'm trying to tell you. Detroit will be on national news talking about, man, AJ cussed at us. He did what? Yeah, he cussed us out. We said, hey, how would you like to come and be our new head coach? And the words he said, we can't even repeat. And they'd be like, AJ, did you? Yes, I did. Well, why'd you do that? Because they were Detroit. They had the nerve to call me and ask me to come be their new head coach. Well, why was that a problem? Because they weren't going to give me the same kind of respect that they gave a dude who was 10, 25, and 1. Well, how do you know that? I asked them. So y'all going to give me the same kind of respect y'all gave Matt Patricia, or y'all going to treat me like y'all did Jim Caldwell? Which one is it? And when they said, well, I knew I wasn't going to get the same kind of treatment, so I cussed. I'm sorry. Will y'all pray for me? Pray for me. Let's pray now. On national TV, that's what I would do. Let me take a break. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch. Hey, I just tell the truth. I'm just telling you the truth right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Gary Bledsoe, Texas NAACP president. In my lifetime, we have worked and sacrificed to make real progress.
That's right, Gary. I'm Claude Cummings, Vice President of the Communication Workers of America. Our community is under attack again.
Our jobs are being exported. The court system has largely turned its back on us, and people need to realize, Claude, is the last election amounts to a true revolution, where all those gains in civil rights and human progress are actually being targeted.
I know powers in Washington won't deny health care to working people who have pre-existing conditions, eliminate environmental protections for minority communities. It even encourages racism.
We thought those days were gone.
Dr. King said the time is always right to do what is right.
Let's do what's right. Let's vote and get your family and friends to vote, too. If you don't, you should not be surprised to see drastic changes in your world.
Vote early or on election day.
Political advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America.
You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
How you can get real health insurance for as little as $6 a day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free guaranteed health insurance quote starting at just $6 a day. Call now.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for by GoHealth.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers
and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
Hey, what's up? This your boy James Fortune, and you are listening to The Lunch Break. Keep it locked.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our winning Wednesday. Again, congratulations to Ferdinand. He was this week's winner, virtue of a tiebreaker. Beat out Amber and Cash and picked up $50 courtesy of CJN Decor and More. You can reach CJ at cjndecorandmore@gmail.com. And KTG Consultants. You can reach them, ktgconsultants@yahoo.com. Both of them are must-haves in your repertoire of decorating and making your memorable event memorable, or getting the kind of advice and consultation you need where it comes to your children's education and in your business, okay? All right. I highly recommend both and thank them for being sponsors of the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. All right. Keith Hennig said Todd Bowles is going to get some offers. He is an outstanding coach. If I'm Todd Bowles, I get an attorney and I file a lawsuit against the New York Jets. If I'm Todd Bowles, I get an attorney and I file a lawsuit for lost wages, negligence, racketeering. Man, I put everything in there. Violation of civil rights, everything in there. Man, violation of the Voting Rights Act, everything in there. Mental and physical pain and suffering, abuse, everything in there. I file a lawsuit against the Jets. The Jets were so egregious when Todd Bowles was a head coach there, that they literally had to put a rule in the NFL bylaws that every team had to spend so much of their available cap money, because the Jets literally would not spend money to bring players in for Todd Bowles to turn that organization around. That's why I say the ownership in New York for the Jets, horrible. But they got cap space that they now have to spend and draft picks. But if I'm Todd Bowles, I'm suing. I let that thing play out too, baby. Every time I get denied, I take it to a higher court. If Tom Brady can take it to the Supreme Court, almost to the Supreme Court over some underinflated footballs, I can take it to the Supreme Court for you underinflating my career. I sure will. If I'm Todd Bowles, I'm suing everybody. I mean, Keith, you bring up a point. There are so many good black head coaches out there that did not get another chance. Raheem Morris won in Tampa, hit a bad spell, and then got run out of town. Todd Bowles is another one. Jim Caldwell is another one. And you can say what you want to say about this dude, but Marvin Lewis got the Cincinnati Bengals to 5 straight playoff appearances. 5 straight. Now, did he win when he got to the playoffs? No. But heck, neither did Bill O'Brien, and he kept his job for 7 years. Marvin Lewis should be somebody's head coach right now. Oh, but AJ, listen, stop it. Bill Belichick didn't win everywhere he went. So stop it. You know, Adam Gase keeps getting jobs. You mean to tell me Adam Gase deserved a second chance after Miami and Marvin Lewis doesn't deserve a chance after Cincinnati and he got them to 5 straight playoff appearances? Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Your white sheet is showing. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
What's up? What's up? It's
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck, what's going on with your Cowboys, man? I'm serious. That defense is one of the worst defenses I've seen in a Cowboys uniform in a long time.
Well, it's bad. I'm not normally one to recant on anything that I say, but the Cowboys need help. I was gonna call Monday and Tuesday, but I've been all up around Freeman, Texas, trying to recruit some coaches. But Jerry and Steven, they say it's not the players' fault. It's not the coach's fault.
Wait, what?
Jerry and Steven said it's not the coach's fault. The players have not got into the scheme of what they're trying to do.
Oh, okay.
But I've been around Freeman, Texas, trying to recruit, because when they lose this game, did I say win or if?
You said win.
They lose this game Sunday, the axe is gonna fall.
Well, I hope that it don't come down to that. I hope that it don't come down to that. But Uncle Buck, it's bleak. It's bleak. Uncle Buck, it's bleak.
It's bleak. And you just don't know. Aunt Belle have been on her knees.
Now you know when Aunt Bev get on her knees now, things change. She praying, stuff is gonna change now. That's one thing I know to be true.
I don't know if she was praying or what.
Uncle Buck, I wasn't ready.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't ready.
But
I wasn't ready.
All right. Well, what about Texas?
Okay, now you know I'm not a Texan fan. But I will say finally, Cal McNair had enough. He said enough is what did Popeye used to say? I've had all I can stand because I can't stand no more.
That's what he said.
And that's what Cal McNair finally did. But just to show Cal McNair wasn't all the way frustrated, he kept that dude Jack Easterby as the interim general manager. You got to get rid of everybody if you're serious about starting over.
I see. But I'm just gonna say this: Uncle Buck is done. So you know what I want you to do?
What's that?
This is Uncle Buck. I'm out of here. Get off my telephone.
I'll do it, Uncle Buck. Take care out there, all right?
All right.
All right, man. Hall of Fame right there. Lunch break Hall of Fame. Uncle Buck and Aunt Bev, just Hall of Fame callers, man. Every time that dude calls, it's hilarious. And when Uncle Buck's upset with his team, they bad. There's no way the Cowboys lose to the Giants this week, though. No way the Cowboys lose to the Giants this week. Like, the Cowboys have got to beat the Giants, right? Right? Got to. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Willie.
Hey, Willie Gibson.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Willie Gibson, broadcaster journalist from Columbus, Ohio, graduate of The Ohio State University, covers the Big Ten, the Buckeyes, and the Cleveland Browns. And you know what, Willie? I need you to send me your address because I owe you a green tea. Arizona. If you want to send me your Cash App, I can go ahead and Cash App you the $1, and you can get.
Okay.
And hopefully you can get hopefully they're on sale. You get 2 of them for $1. Get you a green tea.
Really?
Take a picture of it, and then that way everybody can show that I pay up. Okay.
Okay.
Because you said Cleveland was going to beat the Cowboys. I did not believe you, and I lost.
So good. I just think they're finally turning it around. I mean, trust me. I've sat through some stuff the last 3 years. So to see them finally get it on the right track, that's a tribute to General Manager Andrew Berry and his staff. So
yeah, I got to tell you, that running game, you talked about it. That running game with Hunt and Chubb is legit. And Odell Beckham Jr. showed up. And Baker Mayfield, y'all don't have to like it. He managed the game well enough that they did not lose. So, that's a winning combination right there.
And that's just it. I mean, Odell last year he was hurt. I mean, that's just point blank period. He got hurt in training camp, never said anything, never said one word about it, and just played through it. And, he took the shots, and he's a bad teammate, he's a diva, he's this, he's that. But people that know, what is it if you know, you know? They know who he is in that building, so nobody was really paying much attention to that. And then the running game, I mean, Chubb goes out. He's out for 6 weeks now with the MCL, and they didn't miss a beat. Kareem Hunt, DeAndre Johnson, and that's Kevin Stefanski. And Bill Callahan, that's an underrated hire, the offensive line coach. People are not giving him as much credit as he deserves for this team success early on.
Okay. All right. I'm not a Bill Callahan fan, but like you said, underrated hire when it comes to the offensive line, because that's another one of those dudes that just keeps getting jobs that, all right.
It's relationship. Like, I heard you talk about Patricia earlier. I mean, he and the GM work together in New England. He gets the GM job, Bob Quinn, and he calls his boy.
Yeah, I got you.
Relationship.
I got you. And that's why I said for the Texans to be anything going forward, they got to get that New England blood out of their system. It hasn't worked here. They got to get it out. And somebody, Al High, said it best. He said when Kansas City stopped trying to be New England, they excelled. So now they're their own team, and the Texans got to figure out, who do you want to be? You want to be the Texans, or you want to be the New England Texans? And that New England Texans connection ain't working.
No, we can go to the copycat league, but at some point you got to step out on your own and do your own thing. So.
Yeah. My mama used to say, if your friends jump off a cliff, are you going too? Real quick before I got to go, man, what about the basketball game last night? LA Lakers fought. I mean, literally, they fought hard for that win, 6-point win, commanding 3-1 lead. Do they blow it, or do they finish it off?
No, they finished off Friday night, and don't be surprised they come out in the Black Mountain.
Man, you know what? I didn't even think about that, but I have a feeling you're right. Yeah,
they close it out. I mean, 3-1. I mean, Bron doesn't lose closeout game, and I think he's telling everybody, each and every teammate, and coach on that staff, top down, they're not going to lose 3-1. He's put a team out down 3-1. He's not going to be part of a team that goes out after leading 3-1.
Yeah, that's one thing he's never done. He's never done that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, we got to go. I want to talk to you sooner tomorrow. In fact, I'll follow up with you later today. See about getting you on with me tomorrow.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Willie Gibson, y'all. Take care, Willie.
You as well.
All right, broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio. Good dude, man. Good dude. Really, really love Willie and the work that he does. So, again, I want to say thank you to the good folks over at CJN Decor and More. That's Chance Nichols, young man doing a phenomenal job making dreams come true with wedding planning and event planning and all of that. You can reach him 662-448-3506, 662-448-3506. And then my good friend, Karen Gibson at KTG Consultants at yahoo.com. That's KTG Consultants at yahoo.com. If you don't know how to get the services that your child needs for their school, if you don't know how to put them in the best chance to be successful, then you need to get with Karen Gibson at KTG Consultants at yahoo.com. They put up the $50 this week. All right, let me go. Sybil Wilkes with a update on the coronavirus, and then, of course, Donnie McClurkin and the Donnie McClurkin Show. Lord say the same. We'll be back tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. Going to try to have Garrett Jones on with us, talk about the situation with the Texans. Going to try to have Willie Gibson on with us because Willie's always good to have on the show. But as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. Oh, wait a minute. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands, give the people their 6 feet, and when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, the racism. Y'all be safe out there.
Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. The IRS is extending the October 15th deadline to register to get a stimulus check for those who have yet to receive one. The new deadline to register for an economic impact payment is November 21st. This is good news for millions of citizens who don't typically file a tax return and live on limited incomes. Please visit SybylWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
Come on, bless him in his place. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
All right,
Friend,
y'all.
God has given you
I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Again, I really missed y'all yesterday, but thank you again for praying for my friend and her family. Y'all, again, keep the Colvin Morris family in your prayers. And again, be praying for our nation, man. This division that we got going on right now and this nonsense with, trying to undermine the Democratic, and I'm not talking about the group. I'm talking about the democracy that we have where everybody has a right to vote. Everybody has a right to be a part of, have a say in our government, what have you. That's being attacked right now. And I don't like. As an independent voter, I don't like either side trying to undermine the foundation of our democracy. And that's what's happening right now. So get out and vote. And if you don't think your vote counts, ask yourself this question: why are they fighting so hard to suppress my vote if it doesn't count? As always, not this, definitely this. I do. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? Lord say the same. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Y'all be blessed.